Hey guys, this is Jimmy from Primer That's Best. I'm back on this 1978 C10 truck, Billy James. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Rattle Canning painting this truck. I've already done it once before, but I put a rattle can my trucks, and then I put my own patina on it, shop truck style, farm truck, whatever you want to call it. And I just do it to my liking. Well, I'm changing it up a bit, and I'm going to paint it the same color this truck was born with, white. Not exactly the same shade, because I'm using Ace Rust Stop white gloss, but it's white, and this truck was born white, so I'm painting it back white. Now this will be, I think, my third can. I'm keeping up with how many cans I use. Yes, this will be my third can. I've done the side, and I'll show you what else I got done. I've done this side too. Rattle Can Painting. Just to show you what I got done. Some of these spots here are kind of thin in paint. I was going to cover that back up because that's where I had some of my patina in here, but I think I'm going to leave it. I kind of like that. And it looks pretty good, in my opinion. Still got to do the tailgate. I've got to do the top of the, where's my finger? The top, I've got to do the top of the truck, the bed, the door jambs, and all that again. So if you watched the last video where I was painting this truck, it's getting dark. The days are getting shorter, and the nights are getting longer. It's some kind of song. I can't remember what it is. Anyway, y'all probably heard it, and I can't think just now, but I ran out of paint, and the mosquitoes were after me terribly. So I'm going to finish this up down through here a little bit, maybe give it just another coat of white paint, because I might put a little bit of patina here and there, just not near as much that was on the truck before. There's a little right here, and you can maybe see some thin. I'm not sure. I might put, I don't know. I'll come to it when I come to it, I guess. But all this is real. I mean, it's really chipped, and I covered it up with white, and I might put just a little bit of rust colored in here. I want the truck to look natural, like it hadn't been messed with and stuff. You know, maybe you won't notice it being as much being rattle can painted. So I've got a lot to do, and as of now, I know a lot of people's wondering. I haven't made up my mind if I'm going to paint this hood or not. It's still in the cards, but I'm not for sure. Oh yeah, I got to paint all this in here too. There's a lot to do everywhere I look. I don't want to I don't want to walk around the truck anymore, because every time I do, I see more to do. But I'm going to shake this can up. I'm going to hush and shake this can up, and I want to get. It's so windy today. I hope I don't make a huge, gigantic mess, but I got to get this done. I'm going to tape up around the top of the windshield. I got my taller ladder, step ladder there. I'm going to tape up around here so I don't get, I've already got sanding dust and stuff on this windshield and everywhere else. When I get all done with the truck, I'm going to have to wash it and get all this stuff off. Then I'm going to sand it, the whole truck, you know, sand it down a little bit, and where it just looks like an old Survivor type truck, you know. I'm kind of into that kind of stuff if you're new to the channel. So, and I do things on a budget. Hence, I'm Rattle Can Painting. Maybe you can see a little bit of a difference in the white. This is a different shade of white. I need to maybe spray a little bit right there too. So, anyway, like I said, the more I look, the more I see I need to do. And the sun will be up here on me shortly. it's going to get the top first, and then if I can get, I got to get this thing done, if you're new to the channel, quickly as I can, because my buddy GM1038 on YouTube, check him out, GM1038. I'm going to get him to, he bought my trim, he went to the fall rod run in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and I don't know when you're seeing this video. Let me set this down. He went to the fall rod run in Pigeon Forge, and I'm putting new trim on this truck. Now this bed's never had trim. This was a custom deluxe. These doors and fenders are off of other trucks that I found in different counties, you know, that were being parted out, and so I bought the doors, the fenders, of course the hood, the bed, the insides. This truck was born with blue insides. It now has red because the blue insides were completely shot, and the truck was going to scrap. So when you're looking at it and you're laughing to yourself thinking, boy, what a dummy. Well, I am a dummy, but I saved it. I'm kind of into saving stuff that no one else wants and see if I can make them look decent. That's my whole channel. So I'm going to get busy, guys, and I'll show you what I'm getting into as I get to it. So I don't want to make the video real long. I know y'all's got other things to do, and I make my videos too long sometimes, so I apologize. But hang in there with me, okay? I'll see y'all in just a bit. Okay, guys, I kind of went over the bottom a little bit. I might do one more dose or one more spray. The wind's blowing today, guys. Every time I mention the word paint, it starts blowing. So got this kind of covered up here with newspapers. I'm going to start, thought I'd show you the top. I get people to save me newspapers because they know they know I like to paint, or not like to, but that I do a lot of rattle can painting. But here's the top, and I've already got it sanded, and I'm going to go at it and see if we can make this all the same. Well, I got to tape that better. My point is I'm using a little bit of tape because I'm trying to transfer this tape to the other side when I get done, so I don't have to not only use so much of this tape, which is kind of expensive, painter's tape. I don't know what y'all give for it, but I think it's like $12 for 3 rolls. So, you know, I try to reuse it every chance I can. And like I said, I'm on a budget. I'm a man on a budget. So I'm going to try to transfer all this over here as soon as I fix that paper, and paint what I can. Then I'll get in the bed of the truck and, you know, do the top and down through here. I've already done this on both sides. So, and I want to mention this too. And I don't know if I did. I think I have in the other video, but other videos, but I'm not for sure. But I want to mention that this truck has been painted before I even got it. So you might see, let's see if I can find some. Well, oh yeah, I got a paint in here too. See what I mean every time I look at something. But you might see remnants of paint on some of the rubber, like I just found on the windshield up here. You know, I know I've painted this once before, but I'm pretty meticulous about covering up all the rubber because I don't want it to look like it's been painted before for some reason. I'm kind of a nut, but I do try to tape and do the best that I can. So I'll address that when I get done. But I just wanted y'all to know that this truck's been painted, or I think the bed has been painted once before too. Like I said, this came off of a wrecked truck. The bed, the insides, and all that came off of a wrecked truck. So just so you know what I'm starting with here. So, and this bed's never had trim. I think I mentioned that, but I think it's been painted once or twice. I don't know how many times this cab has been painted. That's the original cab for this truck. And And of course the fenders and doors and stuff are off of something else. The fenders and doors are off of a long bed truck. So that I found on I think Facebook Marketplace is in another county. So I went and picked up them, and now they're on here. So I mean, I just kind of pieced it together as I could afford it. I've had this truck several years now, and this is as far as this is as far as I've got it. I mean, y'all's probably laughing at me, and I don't blame you. Could I have bought another truck already running and better? Yeah, probably so. But the other way to look at it is, I know what this truck is. I know I've got all new brakes. I know I've got all new, rubber. I know the engine is good. This truck didn't have an engine when I got it. It was wrecked. So Billy James, that's the name of this truck. Billy James wrecked the truck, and I guess he pulled the motor and transmission out. So the first motor and transmission we put in, I bought from a friend of mine out of a 4-wheel drive 78 Chevy truck. He said it would run. He wanted me to go listen to it, and I said, no, I trust you. And, it did run. It ran, and I had it in this truck for, I don't know, pretty good while, several months or a year or so, but it just didn't have no power. Had a little bit of noise in the engine, and the transmission was very lazy. It had a 400 turbo in it. Real lazy. You had to wait till it warmed up before it would move. It's now got a better 350 freshened up, and a practically brand new 400 turbo transmission. If this thing, I can show it the key, and this thing will start right up, and the transmission and it all shifts great. Mechanically, this truck is great. And GM 1038 on YouTube, I mentioned this a few times, and I'm so glad I have him for my friend as mechanic and friend. Him and Tim Dixon, they're great folks. And Tim is on Facebook, by the way. Type in Gas Axe Chop Shop. Axe is spelled A-X-E. You'll see some of the shenanigans and junk I've brought to Tim in the past. But I'm real proud to have the truck where it's at. And Brian, GM 1038, he said that he wouldn't be afraid to drive his truck to California. It's that good a truck, because mechanically it's new. All new masters, everything, So let me get back on this. I get long-winded. I was just kind of letting some of this paint dry so I could kind of lean on it. And the wind's blowing. I got to get that newspaper. I'll see y'all in a little bit, so hang in there with me, guys. Hey, guys, my wife, Mrs. PIB, say hey. Hey. She's watering the grass. We've been trying to get grass to grow over here for a long time. And my friend John Boyce pressure washed the house this year, a couple of months ago, I guess.
You can find him on Facebook.
You can find him on Facebook, my wife says. And YouTube, yeah. Just type in John Boyce Pro Wash, JONBOY''S Pro Wash, John Boyce Pro Wash. He's a real good friend of mine. I used to work with him, and real good guy. I think you might find his YouTube videos very interesting. He does a little bit of this, a little bit of that. A lot more talented than what I am. So, yeah, she's watering the grass and watered. I was going to show you what my wife, real quick. I know it don't pertain to the truck, but bear with me here for just a minute. Show you how fortunate I am to have the wife that I have. She's into trucks too. Farm Fresh Pumpkins, an old truck. Old trucks. She's a keeper. So, but yeah, she kind of decorated the porch a little bit. Got some pumpkins at the local supermarket, grocery store, and we always get about 2 and set them around. It's fall of the year. So she done all that. I'm real proud of her for that. And another old truck. So I married the right one. So now I'll show you what I got. Let me set this back up. I'm fixing to start my 4th can of paint. So I'm keeping up with how many cans I've used. Let me tell you what I've got done. Well, for one thing, I took all the tape off because I was letting some of this stuff dry. I'll show you the top. without climbing into the truck. Is there some imperfections? Sure. Did every bug in the county come towards me when I was painting? Sure. They had to see what I was doing. I saved some of this tape, and I threw the stuff, the tape that I used to kind of, I don't even know why I done it, but like I said, it made me feel better. The tape I used to cover up this trim, I used it on both sides. You know, I just transferred it from one side to the other, and you know, I threw it away, but this has still got some sticky in it. I still got to tape up around here because I got to do in here. And I guess you can see all the tape. You can see all the, where I had sanded. This truck is dusty. And like I said, every time I mention the word paint, the wind starts blowing. My wife said she noticed it too. So picture it with new trim on it, because I have new trim. So picture it like that. My wife seems to like this. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know where she went. Oh, she's in the backyard watering grass too. So I don't know, I might do that baked patina again, but I have better colors this time. But I won't be able to do it this year because it is the latter part of September here in East Tennessee. And I can't believe we have a day this nice. So I'm getting as much done. Oh no, there she is. I have to be careful what I say. So anyway, this is it. I got a lot of cleaning up to do, but I got the top done. This is real deal here. This is real, where the paint come off, rust. I'll probably doctor that in again, and maybe put a couple of little spots where the paint will look thin. Again, we'll just have to address that when we come to it. The main thing is I was going to do the tailgate first, and then finish painting the sides. If you're new to the channel, the reason I'm wanting to get this done in a hurry, the sides and all this stuff, is because I'm getting new trim. And I think some of it sticks on. I think some of the trim will stick on, with some kind of adhesive. I'm not sure how it goes. I've never put trim on before. These have, well, some of them. Let me say that. Some of them, like this one. See, it's pulled away. That kind of stuff. Stick-on stuff. And this is the original on this door. And then on the ends, you got a couple of screws. And then somebody, well, maybe it's on this side. I'm sure it is, because there's only, yeah, here. This one has screw holes in it where it was pulling loose, and somebody just put some screws in randomly, and it held it on. I mean, I still got it on there, but I would have tried to put it in the black, and maybe where you wouldn't see it as much. But hey, I guess Billy James, the guy that owned the truck, done what he wanted to with it. This truck was beat all to crap, so it is in sad shape when I got it. But anyway, the lowdown on Billy James, if you're new to the channel, he was affiliated with Dale Earnhardt, the NASCAR driver, and Billy James was affiliated with him and drove NASCAR. So, and the funny thing is, my friend Brian, once again, GM 1038, if you watch his videos, he'll tell the story about this truck that Billy James said his sister was a better NASCAR driver than he was, but they just didn't let women drive. Something like that. Watch his videos, GM 1038, when he had this truck at his garage working on it. Anyway, so Billy James, the man, got into a lot of trouble when he owned this truck, and the law would go after him all the time because he was into, well, the law was after him a lot of times. A lot. So when he seen the law, he would jump ditches. Brian is used to be a full-time police person. Now he's part-time. And matter of fact, as of this video, he's working all weekend being a police person. So on top of his other job, that guy works non-stop. Brian does, non-stop. I don't know how he gets much sleep. But anyway, he said, Jimmy said, I've been after Billy James when Billy James was driving this truck. And he said he would jump ditches, run through cornfields, through the woods, just whatever it took to get away. And he said a lot of times he said he would get away from them because he was so reckless and daring, you know, jumping ditches. And I mean, could you imagine going on a paved road and the police after you, and you just, hey, I'm going to make a right hand turn and jump a ditch and go through the cornfield. And well, like I'm saying, this truck has been beat to death. So I kind of felt sorry for it. It's why I've got it to this to this shape today. So anyway, I'm just talking to you while I let some of this stuff dry, if you don't mind listening to an old man. Now I'm going to paint this bed. I've already got started. I had a little bit in the can, so I started here. Guess you can tell the difference. I'm going to paint this whole bed as fast as I can so I can get this tailgate done. When I get this tailgate done, if something happens, we can still put the trim on because I'll have it all painted. I got to take this off. I've already took my taillight lens out. And then, after that, what am I got to do? Oh, door jams. Door jams and where the wipers is at in here. Do all that again. And this, yeah. I knew there was something else. I'm just going to do the best I can, guys. Are there imperfections? Yes. Am I a body man? No, I'm not a body man. I'm not a professional painter. I'm not good at a whole lot of nothing, just to be honest with you. So my thing is, anybody can do what I'm doing and probably better. So, and like I said in the other video, I've had better days of painting. This is not my best work, but it looks pretty good. I mean, considering there are a few imperfections. Where are you going?
Getting it out from beside the house.
Oh, well, anyway. She's got it under control. My wife does, Mrs. PIB. She's a hoot. She just got done making, what'd you make? Cucumber salad.
Cucumbers, onions, tomatoes, and dill. Fresh dill.
I never had fresh dill.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
It's very messy.
Yeah, she said it's very messy. Kind of was, like she said, it smells like dill pickles. It looks like grass, or kind of like grass. Kind of looks like miniature pine trees.
Squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel. That means I've got off topic. The topic is this truck. Anyway, it's her first time to make it, and it's really good. She's making it to take to church. We always have something to eat after church. So, yeah, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. If you hear me say squirrel in the videos, that means I've got sidetracked. Let me get back on track. I got to shake up a can of paint and get started on the inside of this bed. I'm fixing to start my 4th can. So if you're wondering, I think the cans, how much was it per can? $7? Yeah, about $7. So as of starting this 4th can, I'll have $28 in this paint job. Here it is. The sun's finally out. So you can see, I mean, I didn't do no body work. I mean, it's still there just like it was. And I might take advantage of some of it and, you know, make it look patina style, so to speak. And I still got to sand it. There's a whole bunch to do, guys, a whole bunch. Let me hush and I'll get at it. Hang in there with me, okay? Hey, guys, it's kind of hard for me to turn off the Beach Boys. That's what they're playing on the radio now, and I love the Beach Boys. I seen them in concert. I took our 2 boys when they were living here, still youngsters, you know, like, I don't know, 10, 12 years old. Took them to see the Beach Boys, and we drove all the way to Chattanooga, Tennessee to see the Beach Boys. And the only one that had passed away at the time was Dennis Wilson, the drummer. But the rest of them were still there, and that was in the 90s. Can't remember exactly what year. But, oh my goodness, we listen to Beach Boys all the time here at home, and then they had a chance to go, we had a chance to go see the Beach Boys, and so we took the boys thinking, you know, that they would, our two boys, you know, thought they'd get a kick out of it, because they knew the words to every song too. And, you know, you had to sit in seats, you know, you know, higher, lower, lower, like that. And there was these two large women that stood up right in front of us. They would not sit down. It just ruined the whole concert. Talk about inconsiderate. And I mean, like I said, we had two boys. They couldn't say nothing. So every time, not every time, a lot of times when I hear the Beach Boys, I think of that time when two large women, as big as a good-sized TV screen, couldn't see nothing. You could hear them, but you couldn't see nothing. They were just up clapping and jumping all over the... Anyway, sometimes people are pretty rude. Getting back to this truck. Squirrel. See? Squirrel. I'm sorry about that, guys. This is what I got done. I'm on my... I think this is my fifth. I've done a... Well, maybe you can tell the difference. I mean, it's bright here. I've done the wheel wells, and I almost got this whole side right here done. But not quite. I like a little bit. It ran out. But I got all this done, and all these marks you see in the bed where I painted it the first time, you know, I was thinking the other day, this might be 2 years ago when I painted this, and I think I used, I want to say flat white or something. This is gloss, so keep that in mind. But I used these bricks here that I keep just so you don't trip over the downspout, you know, and crush it. Gutters are expensive too. Anyway, had new gutters. We had the wide ones. That's beside the point with gutter guards. So I got bricks and went in here and scuffed. All these marks are from the bricks that I used to make it look like it never been painted. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that this time. I've got a lot of time to think about this. If I can get the truck painted, I'll have all the way up till till spring to figure out what I'm going to do with this truck next. So I might scuff it up again. I might do the baked patina again. I'm kind of into that, to be honest with you. My wife said she likes it like this. Well, let me show you over here, because that's not a good representation. I want you to see all the flaws. This truck's not perfect, and I'm not perfect, so we're a match, or this truck and myself. Some of these doors, if they could talk, they'd probably have a story to tell, the doors and the fenders, because they're off of something else. But I think when I scuff it down, it's going to look pretty good, I hope. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you what I got done and tell you, just to remind you, if you're sitting in your recliner or on your lunch break or something and you happen to catch this video, I know you're probably laughing, but this is just stuff that I like to do. So if you're into shop truck, patina style, farm fresh trucks, old farm trucks, just barn fine, that's kind of the stuff I'm kind of into. And by the way, when this thing was up on the rack getting new exhaust put on it at Gas X Chop Shop with Tim Dixon, like I said, he's on Facebook, Gas X Chop Shop. His phone number's on there too. So sometimes I show videos of cars and trucks that he has, that he's bought. He's into C10s and GMCs and vans. Got some 62 Chevys over there, a couple of them, 2 or 3 are super sports, just stuff like it. For something you're interested in, his phone number's on his Facebook page. Just so you can call him and ask him, just say, hey, I seen a video on Primer at his best. His name's Tim. Real nice guy. I think you'll like talking to him. Super nice guy. So, squirrel. Forgot what I was going to say. Must not have been too important. Anyway, I'm going to get on this and finish this up. So here's something I was going to show you. See what I mean? These runs, this tailgate and stuff, it's all been painted once before. Not by me. I mean, it has been, but this was here before. All these runs. Golly, there's a red wasp just went by. I'm surprised I didn't get stung. Let's see if there's any more. I think I showed this the last time I painted this truck, these runs. And what they done, they either painted the tailgate sitting straight up or they didn't let it dry completely. And it, you know, had a few runs. It's easy to have runs painting, isn't it? Or it is for me. I've got a couple of 2 or 3 runs myself somewhere. I had them. I tried to keep up with them and fix them. But like I said, I'll do all that when I sand. So here comes my plane that always comes by. So let's get busy and have some more fun painting this bed. This truck's, I really like this gloss white. I think when I sand it, I mean, it's shiny now. I'll get rid of some of that shine. But I think it's going to look pretty good with the new trim. I think the trim and these torque thrust wheels are going to really make the old truck pop, I like to say. Let's get busy, guys. Hang in there with me and we'll see what this old man can get done with this truck today. Okay, I'm starting my number sixth can of paint. I got all this done. Got a little bit sprayed in here. I covered up my black rubber pieces. This one's missing, but I covered them up just so I wouldn't get paint on them. Like I said, I'm trying to make the truck look like it could pass for, you know what, it's not going to work, but trying to make it look somewhat original, and it hadn't been messed with much. I have the option of this spring. This is late September here in East Tennessee, and we're having a beautiful day today, but in the next few days the rain is going to set in again, and I don't know when it's going to stop raining. That's how it goes. You have a week or two maybe of really nice weather, and then the rain sets in, the leaves change, the leaves fall, and you got a mess, and it's winter time, you got the heater on, wishing you could go outside and play. This is number 6. You can tell the difference in the paint color here, but my options are I can scuff this up. You know, it's not perfect. It'd take a lot to make this bed floor perfect. As you can see, it's been used as a truck. They've all been used as trucks. That's what they're made for. So I can scuff it up and put Penetrol on it and make it real shiny. You know, Penetrol is kind of like a cheap clear coat. If you're not familiar with it, I have lots of videos where I'm putting, my wife's been helping me a lot, put Penetrol on, and I'm really fond of Penetrol. But like I said in the videos, you do it at your own discretion. I'm not recommending nothing. This is just what I do. I'm on a budget, so make do with what you got. Oh, I've done the hinges best I can. I don't. Done down through here, and got this done as good as I'm going to get it. I might hit a little. I started running out of paint, so I was trying to get every little morsel of every little drop out. So I got my new can here. I'm going to shake it up. I'm going to do this. Let it dry for a few minutes. But first, I got to take this panel off. Well, let me set this over here. That's still drying. I think I showed you already, but just in case you're not, you don't know. These screws, let me set this here. These screws that you see here on the bottom, see there's 1, 2, 3, there's 5, hold this panel on, this Chevrolet panel. So I got to take it off because I'm going to be painting outside. So I'm going to take it off, and I'll put it back on after everything's good and dry, and we'll see what we can come up with then. But you can see the contrast in the colors. but since the sun is shining. And there's my friend Mr. Yellow Jacket that's probably going to aggravate me to death. Everything wants to see what I'm doing. And there he went right by my ear just to let me know that he's nearby. Let's get busy, guys. Talking and chasing Yellow Jackets ain't getting nothing done. See y'all in a bit. Well, I guess you can tell by the shadows the day is getting gone pretty quick. I've got to get on some kind of time. I was going to show you this before we put that panel on. This is the color of the bed that we bought when we bought the wrecked truck. That's the original color. Didn't have that panel on it, so we put it on at Gas Axe Chop Shop. Corey helped me a bunch to get this panel on, and it's already got imperfections in it. Little, I don't know if you can see it or not, guys. It's got a lot of imperfections. This bed has been painted before. I'm trying to show a good representation. For some reason, there you can kind of see it maybe. Anyway, it doesn't make me feel bad about painting it again because no big deal. Anyway, I was going to show you this too. Maybe you can see it. I don't know. The runs. I know I showed it. I know I showed it to you earlier, but there are some runs. Anyway, I'm letting this dry some more. I'm going to get started painting this tailgate. If I can get this much done, oh my goodness, I'll be tickled to death. Might move this truck up just a hair because the sun sure does help it dry quicker. So hang in there. We'll see what we can make this look like, okay? Okay, I got this part painted. Of course, remember this is going to be covered up. And I got a big mess here, guys, with overspray here and there. I got to address all that. I guess I'll do that when I wash the truck. And Mrs. PIB's having a good time. She's pretending like she's in Panama Beach, Florida, on the beach. And a big ship is going by right now. And she's just listening to the waves, or hot air, which would be me. Hot air. I have painted this in here too. I got a couple of fish eyes right in this area I'm going to have to address, but I got to wait till it dries. So I just have to wait till it dries and do the best I can, which is all you can ask for. So I'm going to put this panel back on. I hope it will go on pretty easy because these things move. These the things you put the screws in, they move. So this whole lot easier to take it off than to put it on. So there it is now. Cross your fingers and pray for me that I can get this back get this back on without taking up the rest of the evening. By the way, I think I said I'm on wrong one. Number 7 of the white gloss paint. Number 7 cans, I mean. So I'm trying to figure out how many hours I have into this. So I've worked on it for 2 days prior to this, Rattle Can Painting. So I'm going to say okay, there's 4 hours. I started about 1 o'clock today, and it is now 4 o'clock. So 7 hours. 7 hours I have into this project as of now. I mean, well, before I started painting it, I did sand it, but I'm just talking about after the sanding, Rattle Can Painting. I've got 7 hours and 7 cans, and the cans were about $7 a piece. Hey, Mr. PIB, they were about $7 a piece. Okay, we'll say $7. So and 7 cans. I've got $49 worth of paint in this so far. $49. So I still have to do this in here best I can, and I have to do door jambs best that I can. And but I think, I don't even know what I've done with my paint can. Oh, it's over here. I'm getting tired, guys. I guess you can tell it in my voice. But the radio's kind of keeping me going. There's not much left in this can. I'll have to have another can, unfortunately, but that's okay. So if I use another can, which I will, that'll be 8 cans. So that'll be $56 I have in a Rattle Can paint job to paint your car, to paint this truck. So anyway, I just thought I'd tell you what's going on and what I got in it. So I'll see y'all in a bit. Hopefully I can get this on. Okay guys, it is exactly, believe it or not, 6 o'clock in the evening. So I'm done, basically. Oh, forgot to take this tape off, didn't I? Now, I haven't done any cleaning up or anything like that. I still have to do all that, clean windows, overspray here and there. But set this over here. I can't get it off my... And my wife said, did you know you got tape on your sock? And no, I didn't, but that's pretty cool, isn't it? Anyway, I finally got that piece on. It's been a long time since I continued the video, isn't it? But I just been busy. I'm trying to get this done. I hate laying in the bed thinking if I'd have pushed on a little bit more, I could have got this done or that done. So, as of now, I think I'm done. It's not a perfect job, but it looks pretty good. Okay, and oh, I walked right by it and didn't show you guys. I did have enough in this can. Now, this is a 15-ounce can, so it took 7 cans to paint the whole truck. And I'm talking... Now, when I show you this, don't think, well, you cheated, but I didn't. I did paint the door jambs, but I don't want it to look perfect. I never do. I don't want anything to look perfect. I just kind of skimmed it around here, made it look like it was bright white like the rest of the truck. I didn't want to go over any numbers, nothing like that. I just kind of spritzed it, I guess you'd say. I done this too. It's not perfect. I took this out and repainted it flat black to keep debris out. And no, it's not perfect. It's not ever, this truck's never going to be perfect. So, well, the mosquitoes are rampant again. But I'm just going to show you I done that. I'm not doing the whole truck. I'm not going to Mecum auctions. That's where I've been leaning up. I've been sweating. But it looks pretty good now. Like I said, I still got to clean up. But it's getting late in the day. And, oh, where's my... If I don't do that, I'll forget. Always keep something. Today it happens to be this in between my hood and my latch, so I can disconnect the battery when I put the truck up. So even this hood's needs to be, the truck needs a good washing. So I'm pretty happy with the results. $49 paint job. Of course, I mean, you got tax. We'll say it cost me about $49. It's $6 and something per can. So you got to add in tax, however much that is where you live. But I mean, I can look at this bed, and this bed is, even when I got it, it's not perfect, but it looks pretty good. And I think when I sand it down, whoever painted the bed didn't do much better than me. I can see places you probably can't, and it's probably the wrong time of day to be talking about imperfections, but it doesn't look too bad. I'm really happy about it. $49 to paint this truck. And let's see, I started at 1, I said it was 6, that's 5 hours. 2 hours each day, 9 hours. 9 hours of taping. And that's the part oh my goodness, guys, that's what I hate is taping. Taping. Oh, painted all this. I don't know if I showed y'all this or not. I painted this. And you know, it's a patina truck, shop style, farm truck, been in a barn, whatever kind of truck. It's not a perfect truck. Never will be as long as I have it. There's some places I'm going to have to touch up. I can done see that, but I told my wife, she's already went in the house and to get a shower, and she said the mosquitoes are bad. I said, yeah, they're bad every evening. It's not as bad this evening because somebody's got some kind of a, I don't know if they're burning brush or what, but it's been smelling real smoky all day, and I told my wife that's to my advantage because the mosquitoes can't really detect where I'm at, even though I've killed a few. But yeah, it's turned out pretty good, I think. I was really kind of freaking out. I probably should have never took this panel off, but it's so much easier to take it off and paint it and then put it back on. But when I realized that those little slot things that the screws go in, these go in, there's a, you know, it screws into a thing, I don't know what you call it, but it moves around. So I didn't think I was ever going to get them all lined back up. And I told my wife, I said, let's pray to the Lord to help me. And he did. He did. So, real proud about it. I mean, my wife said it looks a lot better. And I'm trying to imagine what it will look like with the new side molding, trim on it, the new side pieces. I don't know what you call it. I'm getting tired, guys. I'm an old man. I get tired easy here lately. But I'm glad to get that over with. That was 9 hours of working on this thing. And, you know, the taping is the longest part. Spraying paint don't take long. I mean, not really. Yeah, it takes a few hours, but not near as long as taping. That's what takes me so long. But in your opinion, what would you do? Would you leave it like this? Of course, we'll have to wait till I sand it, but would you leave it like this, or would you just put a little bit here and there? You know, I'm asking for your opinion. I don't know. You know, like I've always said, and ultimately, I mean, I enjoy listening to y'all's opinions and comments. It helps me a whole bunch. But at the same time, I mean, I'm the ultimate judge of what I think I want because it's my truck. But I mean, I'm always interested in another person's view because I'm standing right next to it. You're sitting or standing wherever you're at. I mean, you get another view in your mind of, hey, you need to do this or leave it alone or what. But I mean, no, it's not a $10,000 paint job. It's well, how much did I say? 7 cans, $49. Whew, can't even remember what I said. $49 paint job. I mean, your labor is free, evidently. So I'm real proud of the way it looks. I mean, I might, if I can remember, I might try to include a few pictures here and there as we went along to kind of show you maybe like the tailgate, stuff like that. I mean, this tailgate's beat up, but you know, I was glad to get it. This truck, Billy James, it donated, the tailgate that was on this truck was donated. I took it off to put on my 75 C10 truck Sky. Remember that, the blue and white one? Sky, you know, sky blue colored with white. It donated the tailgate. So then, fixing this one up, you know, I had to come up with another tailgate. So here we are. And boy, I miss Sky. I miss all the trucks I've played with. All of them. Always so much fun. And anyway, I want to let you know that you are watching Primer Does Best, in case you forgot. If you'd like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. I always enjoy reading constructive comments. And if you would subscribe to the channel, we'll see what it looks like when I start scrubbing it, sanding it down and cleaning up all this paint residue, overspray and just plain old dust. And my wife was saying, she was still on to me. She said, Jimmy, you going to paint that hood white? And I said, no, not yet. I haven't made up my mind. I think it looks good like this. And like I said, when she wasn't listening earlier in the day, I don't know what, I might go with baked look still. I'm not sure. I really like that look, and I've never had one before. And I've had somebody send me a, United Buy Trucks. There's a truck called Mud or something like that. And it looks good. And I showed that to my wife and Mrs. PIB, and she said, well, that looks good. And I said, that's the same thing I had going on here on this fender, remember? If you're not familiar with it, I think the title of the video was, I'm trying my hand, or, trying my hand at a baked patina, where it looks sun-baked. But as you see, I painted it back white, but I think I have better colors now that I didn't have that day. I was just playing around, just seeing what I could do to make it, I don't know, just try something different. These old trucks and cars are made to play with, and as of today, it looks like this. So who knows what's going to happen next on this old truck. But it's a lot of fun to me. I just love doing this kind of stuff. Anyway, like I said, you're watching Primer Is Best on YouTube. If you'd like and subscribe to the channel, I sure would be grateful. And also, I'm on Facebook, Primer Is Best, and Instagram, Primer Is Best. I have a second YouTube channel that I occasionally put videos up on when I get an opportunity. It's called Man on a Budget. That is me. I'm a man on a budget. $49 paint job. I'm a man on a budget. Also, I'm on Instagram, Man on a Budget 1. So, I appreciate y'all watching the videos. I hope you will subscribe. And, we'll see what happens to this old truck. I look forward to your opinions still. It might be this spring when the days are getting longer and the nights are getting shorter. And, we have more time. Like I said, it's 6 o'clock and it's going to be dark here. In another hour, it'll be dark. And the mosquitoes will be chasing everything around the block. So, just let me know what you think, guys. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And I thank you for watching the videos. It means a lot to my wife and myself. And I'm just glad the painting's over with. I did not want to go in the house till I got it done. I just wanted to lay in the bed and think, now I can go to sanding and putting patina on if I want to. And to me, that's the fun part. The taping and all that stuff is the stuff that I hate. But, making the truck look like I want, I think that's the most fun, isn't it? So, thanks for watching, guys. And I appreciate y'all. And don't forget to pray for others. Pray for us, pray for others. We do all the time. We pray before we go anywhere just to make sure the Lord will keep us free from accidents and sickness and all the things going on. Have a lot going on here and at our house, or in our lives at the moment. Hope y'all stay safe. God bless each and every one of y'all. And I hope to see y'all back in the next video. Say bye, Billy James. See you later. Y'all have fun. God bless y'all. See you later.